I wasn't sure therapy would help. But after the panic attacks came back, more intense than ever, I gave in. My therapist, Dr. Karen Sloan, had this calm voice that made you feel like she already knew the worst part of you, and forgave it. Our first session was mostly me rambling. Childhood trauma. Guilt. A constant fear of becoming someone I don't recognize. Before I left, she gave me a strange assignment. I want you to write letters, she said, to a version of yourself that no longer exists. Think of it as writing to your dead self. I laughed nervously. Like, who I was last year? No, she said, serious. To the part of you that died with your trauma. Speak to it. I didn't know how to respond, but I took the blank notebook anyway. That night I opened it and began to write. I didn't expect anything to happen. It was just paper and ink. But the moment I wrote, "Dear Dead Me," something shifted. The room felt colder. Not just physically, like something was watching. I wrote for half an hour. Memories spilled out. The day I stopped trusting people, the night I cried in my closet, the dreams that still haunt me. Writing it all felt cleansing. I signed the letter, hesitated, then closed the notebook. The next morning I found it open on my desk. A new message was written, underneath mine. "You finally remembered me." I froze. The handwriting was mine, but older. Sloppier. Darker. Like someone wrote it while shaking or excited? I ran downstairs, asked my roommate if she touched it. She swore she didn't. I flipped through the pages. Only my letter and that response. "You finally remembered me." And something else had been scribbled at the bottom. "Now I can start remembering you." I stopped writing. For 2 days I ignored the notebook. I even locked it in a drawer. But every night I dreamed of pages turning. Of ink swirling. Of whispers. Then the nightmares began. I saw myself, older, hollow-eyed, standing in front of a mirror holding the notebook, and smiling. Not my smile. Something twisted. Something that didn't belong to me. I woke up gasping, drenched in sweat, and found the notebook lying on my pillow. Open. New words waited for me. "Ignoring me doesn't work. You made me real again." I slammed it shut. Later that night, while brushing my teeth, I heard my own voice, behind me, mimicking what I had written days ago. Word for word. Only I hadn't spoken aloud. I stared into the bathroom mirror. My reflection smiled just a moment too late. I backed away slowly. The notebook sat open on my bed. Another line had appeared. "Let's write together tonight." That night I gave in. I sat on my bed, notebook in front of me, pen trembling in my hand. I wrote, "What do you want from me?" I waited. Seconds passed. Then minutes. I almost closed it, until the pen moved. Not by my hand. It scraped across the page in short, sharp strokes, spelling out, "To remember." I stared in horror as more words appeared. "You buried me. You buried what happened. I won't stay quiet anymore." A cold draft swept the room. My bedroom door creaked open slowly. There was no one there, but I felt someone. Someone watching. The lights flickered. The pen rolled toward me, nudging my hand. I wrote again. "Who are you really?" No hesitation this time. The ink bled fast across the page. "I'm the version of you that survived the fire. The one you forgot." My chest tightened. My family never talked about the fire. I was told I'd been too young to remember. But someone did. I couldn't sleep. I spent the entire night researching, old news clippings, local archives, anything. And I found it. There was a fire. In my childhood home. A fire that claimed 2 lives. The article listed one name, Emily Rhodes, 10 years old. My name is Emily, but I'm alive. The second name was smudged out in the scan. Unreadable. I called my mother the next morning. She went silent when I brought it up. "You don't need to dig into that," she said, her voice cold. "We moved on for a reason." Moved on? From who? That night, I opened the notebook again, hand trembling. I asked, "Was it you in the fire with me?" The answer came instantly. Yes. I asked the question I had feared most. Why me? Why now? The response chilled me. Because you lived, and I didn't. But I was never gone. I've just been waiting. The messages became more frequent, more intimate. This wasn't some vague spirit or voice. It was me. But this version of me knew things I didn't remember. Memories that should have been mine, but weren't. She wrote about a basement I never entered. A birthday party that ended in screams. A man with a burned face who whispered, "One of you must stay." Every letter was like a mirror shattering. She said I chose to forget. That she was the part of me I locked away to survive. But now, that version of me was clawing her way back. One page at a time. I looked in the mirror that night and asked myself, who am I really? And somewhere from the notebook the answer appeared. You're the one who ran. I'm the one who burned. Let's switch places now. I tried to stop writing. I hid the notebook in the attic, sealed it in a box, even burned one of the pages. But every time I opened a drawer, checked the mail, looked under my pillow, a new letter was there. Always from her. She wasn't just writing back anymore. She was trying to take over. I blacked out for hours. Woke up in places I didn't remember going. Once, I found ashes under my fingernails. Another time, I woke up holding a scorched photograph of my family, smiling but with their eyes burned out. Then came the final letter. Let me live. You had your turn. I remember what you won't. I deserve this life. My hands moved on their own, dragging the pen across the paper. And for the first time, I didn't write the letter. She did. And she signed it. I haven't spoken to my therapist in weeks. He left town. Vanished without a trace. Maybe he knew what was coming. The notebook is always with me now. No matter where I hide it, I wake up clutching it like a lifeline. Or a curse. Each page is filled with handwriting that isn't mine. Thoughts I don't remember having. Memories that aren't mine. But they feel like they are. I don't know if I'm the one reading or if I'm the one being read. Sometimes I look in the mirror and there's a delay before my reflection copies me. Sometimes it smiles first. Last night I opened the notebook and saw only one sentence. This life is mine now. Stop writing. I wanted to fight it. But deep down I knew. That version of me, whatever it is, it's stronger. And it remembers everything I tried to forget. This is the last letter I'll ever write. Because I think I already left. And she's the one still here.